What's up, everybody? Katie Barrett, online instructor with Show Up Fitness Internship. I teach programming for the general population every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. If you don't know who Show Up Fitness is, we teach personal trainers how to become great, how to make personal training into a career, how to keep your clients coming back and getting them results. We have a 14-day free trial going on right now. Just shoot me a message and we will get you all set up with that. I got a question in my email, katie@showupfitness.com. If you have any questions, shoot me an email and I will love to make a YouTube video about it, about how to progress your clients over time. So how do I change workout on day 1? How do I change it for day 2? And then how do I change it for week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on. All right, so I broke it down for you here. So this is mostly the same program that this intern had sent me. I changed it just a little bit so that it would fit our CCA. If you don't know what the CCA is, hop in class and we will explain it to you. So for week 1, day 1, this client trains 2 times per week, and I'm just going to assume that this client wants a total body workout with lower body goals. Looking at this program, the goblet squats, step-ups, banded glute bridges, that all says to me that the lower body glutes and legs are going to be a priority for this client. So the goblet squat into the horizontal push-up into planks. Step-ups is our unilateral. Single arm overhead press is our vertical push into bicycles. Banded glute bridge for our hinge, lat pull-downs for our vertical pull, and then tricep extensions for our accessory. So if you know anything about the CCA, you know we hit 6 of the core patterns in each of that workout if we have our CCA, and then we had 2 left over here. We didn't hit the transitional and we didn't hit the horizontal pull, all right? So for day 2, I put in red how I changed this workout up a little bit. So what I did was I changed the order of the sets. Okay, so up here we had the goblet squat, that moved down here, okay? And then we had our step-ups, that moved up here. Into our banded glute bridges, that stayed the same as the 3rd circuit because we have kind of lower risk, a little bit easier exercises there. And how I changed this to from the goblet squat, I put it in red. So we made the goblet squat into a sumo squat. We're assuming that this client knows how to do push-ups, so we did a decline push-up. That's how we changed the horizontal push, and we added a completely new accessory with the lateral raises. For this first set, we changed the regular step-ups in the sagittal plane to side step-ups in the transition in the oh my gosh, how did I forget it? It's a transverse plane of motion. And then we have our kneeling overhead press. We just changed that vertical push from the single arm overhead press to kneeling and both arms. And then we changed it to the client's favorite ab exercise, okay? So that 3rd circuit stayed the same. We just put in the single leg glute bridge instead of a banded glute bridge. Seated row for our horizontal pull that we missed, and then our farmer's walk for that transitional that we missed. Okay, so this would be day 1 and day 2 of week 1. Now, how do I change this up into week 2? All right, so once again, I added in red what we changed. We kept the goblet squat, but we put like a tempo or a pause, for instance, at the bottom. The push-up turned into an eccentric push-up, and then we added a whole new side plank. For here, we put a weighted step up, so she or he would be holding a weight in their hands into a half kneeling overhead press, and we just added some side crunches or whatever you want to do for your client, whatever their favorite ab exercise is. Once again, we kept that glute bridge, but we put with dumbbell and possibly with feet elevated or torso elevated to make it more like a hip thrust. We put the single arm lat pull down instead of a double arm lat pull down into an overhead tricep extension. So as you can see, we kept the same patterns, but we just changed little things about it. And one thing I would like to mention is that you have to remember that if you overthink your programming, you're going to lose the personal aspect of personal training. As we know, our clients come to see us and they come to for the accountability, and they come because of who you are as a trainer. So don't overthink this programming and be sacrificing connecting with your client, talking with your client, saying their name 3 times during the session. Don't overthink this so that you're just like a machine or a robot. I have to think about the perfect program. That's not what they're coming to you for. And if you feel like my client's bored or my client, ask them, how did you like the workout? What did you like? What didn't you like? What would you like to see more of? What would you like to see less of? Most of your clients are going to say that it was great, okay? So stop doubting yourself. We will teach you how to be confident trainers. When you join Show Up Fitness internship, get certified. We have the world's best certification. So your homework here is to come up with how you would change day 2 for week 2. One thing I really want to emphasize is that I don't change much from, week 1 to week 2. We're pretty much repeating that same set of exercises for a month or sometimes even 6 weeks, depending on the client. Just remember, train that client who is in front of you. Don't train the program. You may need to change things up. That client may have come in having some type of injury or some type of ailment or some type of discomfort that you need to change one of these workouts. So don't just stick to the program, okay? You have to be able to change it up. But your homework is to come up with week 2, day 2, keeping with this general same thing that we have here and not completely changing the exercises, just changing little things. Shoot me an email, katie@showupfitness.com with your completed homework, or on Instagram at abovethebar.fitness, and I will see you in class.